Rosebuds, welcome back to Rosebud Wreath Decor. Today I'm bringing you a Halloween favorite, this adorable candy corn cow pancake wreath with layers of bright yellow and orange mesh, candy corn themed ribbons, bold black and white stripes, and of course our star centerpiece, the cutest little cow ready to trick or treat. This design is all about fun, color, and seasonal charm. I'll walk you step by step so you can create your very own festive door wreath that's slim enough to fit between your door and storm door, but big enough to make a statement. Stick around because you don't want to miss how this candy sweet wreath comes together. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a Halloween pancake wreath. I'm going to be using this mesh that's got a fabric that runs through it, and then this black and orange mesh. I'm going to do a candy corn theme. This is going to be our cute little sign. This little cow with its candy corn bucket. And I'm going to use a 12-inch wire frame with a canvas insert that I just cut out. I just went around and I used this as my guide, cut out a circle and zip tied it to the inside. Of course, I've got my zip ties. And this is the ribbon combo that I'm going to be using for my wreath. So, and I've also got some Chanel stems that I'll be using to attach my sign. Excuse me. And to also use as a hanger. I'm sorry I'm a little bit out of breath. I was outside working on a project and I'm a little out of breath. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. Move this stuff out of the way. And we're going to cut our mesh using a wood burner. I've got my glass top here over my craft mat so that I don't burn my mat. And we are going to cut 6 20-inch lengths of this orange and yellow, and then 16 10-inch lengths of this black and orange. So let's go ahead and get that started. The first one I'm going to cut is the 20-inch lengths. I'm going to measure out, let's flip it over. I'm going to measure out my 20-inch lengths. Put a little weight down here to hold the curl out. And this is my 20 inches. I will just cut right down the line here. I'm trying to cut between the threads here so that it will help reduce some of the fraying. I know it's a little bit crooked, but once it's curled up and put on the wreath, you won't even notice it. So there's our first piece. And our second, down between those two lines. Got to make sure that you get your wood burner really, really hot so it just kind of cuts through that with ease. It's not fraying, hanging on the pieces and fraying. That's 2. We go with 3. And I am taking my time a little bit with this one because with the fabric that has run through it, it doesn't cut as quickly as that poly mesh that just melts. So that's 3, 4. How many of you out there like candy corn? My husband loves candy corn. He looks forward to this time of year. He can sit and eat a whole bag by himself. To me, it's just like pure sugar. It's okay. I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite. So let me know in the comments what you think about candy corn. Is it something that you really like, enjoy, look forward to? Or is it something that's just that to you? Let me know in those comments. This is going to be piece number 5.
To lose the ability to be human, and it happens for this reason. It's a bubble. The communist ecosystem is a complete bubble. So if you only hang out with other Democrats, you only work with other Democrats, when you're turning on a television or the radio, you only listen to other Democrats. You're getting all kinds of reinforcement on what.
And then our last one is number 6.
But surely losing your ability to relate to other human beings, and so you try to.
This wreath that I'm going to be making on this size is going to be a little bit smaller, depending on how far out you put your pieces. And I'll show you what I mean when I start putting them on, is how wide your wreath is going to be. And this one I'm going to do is probably it'll turn out to be about 21 inches round. So, okay, that's our yellow and orange. So now we're going to do our black and orange. I'm going to cut a clean edge here before we begin here.
I would like to say thank you to Governor of State New York, Kathy Hochul. As we prepare to tee it up on Friday, I want to thank the State District Governor Hochul.
So these are going to be 10-inch sections. And these lines that I have marked on my mat are my guides for my 10-inch, so I can just see it up above. So start with that first one.
This is Judy and Pedro. They just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravel. And Judy wouldn't call herself.
Now I've got this mesh. If you're looking for a mesh like this, I usually get most of my mesh, the best quality that I have gotten. I got it from the craftoutlet.com, and I will add the link to that. And also my ribbon. I get most of my ribbon there. I just think it's a little bit better quality than the places like Hobby Lobby. I mean, they've got some cute things, but in my area, there's just not a lot of variety as far as ribbon. And the mesh is a little bit cheaper quality. So this is a better quality, and I get it from Craft Outlet. Again, in between the 2 lines or 2 threads here.
I'm not his wife, I'm his girl. That's not excuse. That's real. That's real.
Oops, almost messed that up. Almost did 20. We only need 10.
Take care of business, fella.
24 hours from a shutdown of the government, Trump's meeting with the leaders.
3, 4, 5.
Benjamin Netanyahu is in town as well. It is Monday. Welcome to the Sean Spicer Show. Let's get into it. All right, guys. I hope you had a good
6. So we need 6 more of these.
There's ever going to be a point. Maybe Christmas week. I don't know. But This is simply about keeping that
Put those out of the way for the moment.
What was supposed to be negotiated. Did this 13 times when they had the majority. And in every circumstance, Republicans.
And grab my frame here.
The lowest vote count on all 13 of those was 65 senators. This is a simple, straightforward deal to keep the government running. So for the next 7 days.
Okay. So with our 20-inch pieces, we're going to do a ruffle. We're going to roll it under a couple times at the bottom and take a clip, flip it around, do the same, do a little bit of a roll at the bottom or the side. I guess it would be the side. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to scrunch it up about the third stripe color of yellow, second yellow up, just like that. Okay, I'm going to take a zip tie.
Nationwide, but obviously in North Carolina in particular, after that Charlotte stat, that Ukrainian woman on the bus. I'll tell you about two of our great sponsors, then we'll bring in Michael Wadley. If you guys are flyers, and I fly,
Just tighten that up like that.
you guys probably have experienced delays and cancellations, whatever. What time?
I go ahead and do all of my bundles before they're flying off the table. Before I put them on my frame here. I am going to move that out of the way for a minute.
Dulles or PWI, all the area airports I utilize, they all need massive upgrade. There's a company out there right now called Paraton that has the 3 needed things to address air traffic control. The people, the technology, and innovation. And we need all 3 of those right now. These guys employ thousands of
Flip it over and come up to the second yellow and just starts pulling it to me.
They already work with the Department of
conservative that President Trump had an ally in the Senate.
Our last 20-inch piece here.
Liberal,
Okay, now got those done, and let's do our 10-inch curls. I'm just going to take this and just kind of roll it up like that. Flatten it down. Let me see about how far in. About right there. Scrunch it in the center and then pull your sides in just like that. And zip tie. Now you could do these and add them to your frame as you do them. I just prefer to do it this way. Just makes it a little cleaner, and I think it's a little quicker to me this way.
Call them out on it as we go into this election cycle and try and get the negotiations. Obviously, President Trump.
Okay. So now I'm going to start attaching them, and I will start with my ruffle here. I'm going to start right here on this crossbar. Run it through my canvas. And before I tighten it, I just want to do a little measure. Let's see. Measuring tape here. Let's see if I go from one end to the that's about right. That'll work. I was trying to figure out if this is far enough in or if I needed to come in some more. So just going to tighten it over that other zip tie. And just kind of shape it here. And I'm going to go in with one of these black and orange curls. About the same distance back. I don't know why this is in the center between these two crossbars is what I'm going to do. Place my curl in there. We want to make sure that you keep everything pretty even on the end here. We go around. We're going to do every other one like that. Okay, so now we have our pancake base. And we're going to cut our ribbon. I will be adding ribbon tails to all of the yellow and orange ruffles. So let me get my ribbon all together and we'll get those cut. Okay, I'm going to be using these two design ribbons for my tails around the outside of the frame. So we're going to cut 6 14-inch tails. So let's see, get these ready. Okay, I'm gonna add these to my little ribbon holder here. Just help keep it from going everywhere. Then I can cut them at the same time, and I'm going to use my my rolling cutter here. My rotary cutter here. I'm sorry, I had a little frame issue there for a second. Okay, we're going to cut, let's see, 14 inches. So take that and cut each one. One set. Two. Oops. Now that's all right. We'll fix that when we dovetail them. May need a new light on there.
To make sure that the streets of Washington, D.C., Portland, Oregon, and Memphis are going to be safe. You know, right now, the Democrats, again, screaming bloody murder that President Trump wants to keep our communities safe. I think this overall conversation on crime right now is extraordinarily important conversation because we need to protect our kids and our communities.
When you're drumming,
Our last bundle.
get some ideas back. Making your home away from home feel a little more
Whoops. There we go. Then I'm going to dovetail both ends of these with my scissors. Just take and fold them and cut them at an angle. Make my dovetail. Can tell it's fall in the air. I think my neighbor is burning. So I can smell the wood burning. Smells like fall. I live out in the country, so get a lot of that. And I don't mind it at all.
Chance the best of British crime drama on Britbox Mysteries. How are we gonna play this guy? Hard or soft? Depends on how many flights of stairs we have to go up. Yeah, we just. This is my partner joking me. Are we in the right place? I keep getting lost around here. I need you alive, Ellen. I need you dead. Wow. Well, then this. Father taught me many things. He taught me keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. It's not personal. Strictly business. That's the city message. It's the superficial. I'll make a copy of it for you.
Okay, so now we're going to add on our ribbon. And a lot of people use Chanel stems to put on there. So then you can go back and add your ribbon with your Chanel stem, which that is fine. And I do that sometimes, but I don't know. I just feel like it's more secure and it doesn't move around as much when you zip tie it on there. So that's just the way that I like to do it. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to fold it in half to find my center. Then I will take it and just kind of crisscross it a little bit so that when I put that on, it has an automatic, um, it automatically fans out for you. So I'm going to take a zip tie. Hold that with my clip for a second. Run another zip tie through there.
Of the day, I have always said there's two reasons people vote: their personal security and their economics. Meaning, do they feel it? And if people walk down the street and don't feel safe, and I got to imagine if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you saw this horrific stabbing on public transportation, you can't feel too safe. So the question I have is, how when you talk about soft on crime, what is it that Roy Cooper, your Democratic opponent, the former governor, did that ties into these policies?
Sure. Well, the first thing you want to talk about is he signed an executive order in 2020. People remember him marching around the state capitol with Antifa, taking his mask off.
Just like that.
Rioters at the time. What they don't
So it fans out like that. And we're going to do that on every ruffle here. You just kind of take and spread them apart, but it does help when you crisscross them like that. It helps them to fan out. I think I'm about to have a visitor. And my kitty cat's jumped up here. He's curious. What are you doing, Asher? Gonna help me? You gonna help? Yeah. Big kitty? You're dirty. What you been doing?
To be able to win, it's not just with Republican voters, but we're going to have to win in the middle and make sure that we're carrying a 52-48 majority.
You're gonna have to get out of the way, buddy.
Do you think that crime, as you just described, is going to be the number one issue in that race, or are there going to be
Our last one.
Manufacturers, our farmers, and our small businesses. But Roy Cooper is on the exact opposite side of every economic issue there. He vetoed 6 different balanced budget bills that had teacher pay raises and tax cuts. So we're going to have a very clear record of his actions that opposes President Trump's.
Can I have my ribbons, buddy?
I know this may obviously, the reality is as I said, we might.
Okay, we've got our ribbons on. We'll go back and straighten those out some more. So, with our last 6 10-inch pieces here, we're going to make bubbles that will go around the inside so that when we put our sign on, you won't see this mesh. It will hide that mesh in the back there. So what we're going to do is we're going to make what I call a bubble. You're just going to fold your mesh in half. This is your 10 by 10 inch mesh. I'm going to take a clip and clip it at the bottom and another clip at the center, just so that when you start scrunching it, it doesn't just get all uneven. I'm going to go from the bottom and just pull it in to me, just like that. And we've got our little nub here and a little bubble on the other side. I'll take a zip tie and attach my nub here at the bottom. Pull it tightly so that it doesn't come apart. And clip off that tail. We'll do 5 more just like that. Fold it in half. Clip it on one end and the center to hold its shape. And then from the bottom, just start to pull in as you go. Just like that. Sometimes you might need to make just a little bit of an adjustment so it doesn't come out. We'll zip tie that securely. Okay, we've got all of our bubbles made. And now we're going to add them to our frame and we're going to put them where the curls are that will just kind of match up where the other black and orange are. So I'll run another zip tie. Through that section. I'm just going to loosely tighten it, and then I can just take my bubble end and stick it in there. Well, actually, may be better to just wait to tighten it. It's a little bigger nub than I had thought.
3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Okay, we're up and away. To not coming last.
See right there where I'm going to go through where I previously attached it, just right around it. With my bubble.
You just say can or will be used against you in a court of law. For murder weapon was alive. We're closing in on you.
Brenda is a CIA-trained interrogator with specialization.
Je vais amener ça clean. I saw over the weekend, and I apologize over the day off, but I think it was a kid who had the thing with COVID event down there. Since the assassination of her, I know you, in your tenure as chairman of her party and the national chair, you've been to
Oh, well, now I have a chicken in here with me. She just ran back out the door. Funny. Nope, she's back. Trying to figure out what's going on in here.
I think that they are, and I think that we need them. You know, the fact is that in 2024, President Trump won, male 18 to 24.
All right, our last one.
We saw such a huge significant.
All right. So now we've got that on. We're ready to add our sign. And so I am going to plug in my hot glue gun because I forgot to do that and get it all warmed up, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I think we are ready now. This is our cute little sign. I purchased this file from My Tiny Porch on Etsy, and I used my Cricut, printed it out, and put it on a wooden round. So I just spray painted the round and put it on my wooden round. So it is permanent, waterproof vinyl. So I will leave the link for this file if you're interested down in the comments or description. So I've gone ahead and marked the top. So I'm going to be using my zip tie supports, table supports. And I will just peel the backing off. It does have a sticky backing, but we're going to hot glue it. I'm going to put the first one on the top here. Just press that down. Same thing on each one of these dots. I just kind of spaced them out. Forensic interviewers and local partners have interviewed over 100 victims and witnesses to date and are continuing to interview individuals as we speak. And then during another interview yesterday on Fox and Friends, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said regarding possible motive,
that the shooter, quote, was an individual who hated people of the Mormon faith, and that investigators.
Okay, we're gonna let that set. I'm gonna go ahead and since I've covered up my milk, I'm gonna go ahead and put another tea right here. So when I get ready to put it on, I'll remember which one's my cup. So let's let that set for a second. Okay, I think we're set now. I'm going to take my Chanel stems and I'm going to run them through the grooves on the cable tie supports. Run them through there. Just give it a quick twist on all of those.
Anybody else who's Andy know firsthand radical experience. We're going to talk to him coming up in just a minute. First, let me tell you about our sponsors, Preborn. You know, the culture tells young women that heartbeats don't count unless somebody decides they count. And for years, they've gotten away with it by keeping the truth out of sight. This is why Planned Parenthood does not want ultrasound machines or states to require an ultrasound.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and run some more glue just across my Chanel stems and my cable supports just to give it a little bit more strength.
They provide free ultrasound for women facing unplanned pregnancies, and that often changes.
And we'll let that set.
Leave a lie when you're staring at the truth.
And I'll be back.
And that truth takes hold 80% of the time she chooses life. That's amazing. And about
okay, now we're going to put our sign on our wreath. I'm going to move my parchment paper over there. And this is the top of our wreath. Which I don't guess. I didn't even think about it. I don't guess it matters at this point which is top and which is bottom till we get ready to put our holder on. So I'm just going to find an area. I want to place it in the center here. Let's see.
no regulations. Earn what you want. Family
And just take my Chanel stems and run them through the mesh, through the canvas. This is always the tricky part.
Celebrate that dictator. I'm gonna have no, Hitler famous for having no regulations on the.
I think it's some bending up in there. Let's see. There we go. One there. And then just pull that through. And then I'm just going to loosely just give it a couple twists from the bottom till I get it where I want it. Okay. There we go. Take our little poofs and just kind of stretch them out, poof them out. Okay. So now I'm going to make a bow, and I think I usually end up doing it over here at the 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I don't know. I just prefer it that way, I guess. I always tend to do that. So let's go ahead and get ready to make our bow. Always something going on around here. All right, we're going to use this candy corn as our base bottom here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this bend off here. And we're going to make an 8-inch tail. And let's see, 8-inch tail. And let's do, it's not a big wreath, so let's do about a 5.5 to 4-inch loop, which would be a total of 9 to 10 inches. Let's go ahead and do 5. So we'll do 10-inch total. We're going to twist it here. Another loop. Twist. Another loop. Twist. And our 4th loop. Ending with another 8-inch tail. Okay. And then let's go with the black and orange. An 8-inch tail. Another 5-inch loop. I'm only going to make 2 loops with this ribbon, since we have that as one of our tail ribbons. And then let's go see, I'm looking at my thinking here. Let's go ahead and go in again with our candy ribbon. 8-inch tail. Trim that off. Let's do a 4-inch ribbon. I'm sorry, loop. Come back with my 8-inch tail. And I think I'm going to swap this one out for a 7/8. Do a narrower ribbon for this one. So Bring in some black. Eight-inch tail. Let's do another 4-inch loop. Cut that. And then I'm going to come back in. Come back in with my candy one. And just make another tail with a small loop. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull that top section off, and I'm going to zip tie that one into place. Take this one off, and I'm going to zip tie that one into place. I'm going to use a white one for this one. I don't guess it matters, but okay. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my Chanel stem. I'm going to run it through this loop right here. So it will be my center. And around the back side of my big ribbon, my 2.5-inch ribbon. Give it a couple of twists. I run it more towards the outside so I don't cover my sign. Where's my, here it is. Just gonna run it through the mesh. I'm gonna go back. There we go. Well, it's too tight. Too much. Too far back. Let's run it farther in here. And pull it from the bottom. Let's see. I think it's too tight. Let's twist it around here. Don't want to cover up our cute little cow. Of course, I cut myself. If you enjoyed this video, be sure and hit that subscribe button, like, and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I have more upcoming tutorials. Okay. Well, there's our little cow. Candy corn bucket. Cute.